What is up, you guys? This is Spidey1997, and today we're finally going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series. We finally have the new Leader Class Jetfire from Revenge of the Fallen movie, and I gotta say, guys, this is a freaking awesome figure in my opinion, and I can't even talk because of how excited it is to finally have a new Jetfire figure. And I got, like I said, Hasbro just killed it with this guy. This is probably one of my favorite Studio Series in this line for this new wave that just came out. Super stoked to finally have a new Jetfire figure. Also, it also combines with the new Voyager class Optimus, not the first one, but the second version of Optimus from that's coming out in the same way for the with this guy. So finally, if you guys want to know, I found this guy at Walmart. You know, a lot of people have been finding them in Target, but luckily I found him at Walmart, and I think they had like 2 Jetfires and 2 Megatron. So yeah, so before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a quick look at the packaging, like we always do. Here is the packaging. Let me just move the camera so you guys can get a better idea of how the packaging looks like. So here's the packaging, like we always get. You got Jetfire, Studio Series, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen. Here's the back, or at the top I mean. Here's the side, which is a very nice image of Jetfire. Cool Jetfire image too. Nothing at the bottom, same image with the Autobot logo. And you got the prototype of the figure. Here's the bio, pause if you want to read it. You got the jet mode, you got the robot mode, you got the Leader Class Megatron, which I just reviewed a while back. Not a while back, but like a few weeks ago, I think. But yeah, but still a great figure. But Jetfire is the one I really wanted out of all of this. So let's take a closer look at the figure. And before we he comes with accessories. He comes with this piece that is on Optimus' chest. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. I think I heard someone says this is for the new Leader Class Optimus that's coming with the trailer that transforms into like the I forgot what it was, but it was just a thing that it holds his weapons and stuff, and it also becomes a jetpack and stuff. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's what I heard from the reviewers. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. I would like to know what is this really for. So yeah. And of course the accessory, it's actually stored on the jet mold. As you can see, here's the underside of the jet. You can see his axe is stored, and of course the cane or walking stick, whatever you want to call it, is the landing gear on the front of the jet. Now, of course, Jetfire is the Blackbird. It's called the Blackbird, but it's a jet, of course. Very nice detail. You can see he has like a yellow dot right here on the front of the jet. You got some paint right here. Nice detail on the windows. You can see the windows are painted with some, I think it's silver paint. But you can see some red details on the side. It's really small, but very nice detail. Same thing on the other side. You can see this. You got some red stripes on the jet. You can see some lining on the jet. Of course, it's just this matte black. The turbines on the back. Very nice. Overall, it's a big jet, so I'm sorry if I can't get everything in frame, but I will try my best to get everything in frame. But you can see here's the wings, I guess. So very nice detail, man. Really cool. Just overall, just great amount of detail on this figure. And yeah, this is how. Yeah, that's how big he is. You can't get everything in frame, so I do apologize about that, but yeah, still a great representation of the Jetfire. Unfortunately, I don't have the original Leader Class Jetfire from Revenge of the Fallen, and I'm glad I don't, because that figure now just looks terrible compared to this one. I will say the jet mode on the original figure was bigger than this one, but really, for accuracy for movie, this is the one to get, I will say. And he really looks better. He just looks 10 times better in robot mode. But of course, his axe can't store. So you can see there's 2 slots right here that these pegs on each side. You can just peg it right there so you can get an idea of what that is. It's just a silver paint on the axe, on the blades, of course. Nothing much, but still very nice. And of course the landing gear can pop out if you want. And there you go. Just pop the head out. But you can see you just store it between the I guess whisker or beard, whatever you want to call that. But you can store it right there, and you can see there's a hole on this peg. There's a peg right there that's gonna tab into that hole right there. So just slide it in, and then that's what you do. Just peg it in. So yeah, that becomes the walking stick in robot mode. So we're gonna take that aside, and of course that's just the underside of the jet. You can see his hands, but really it's worked very well hidden for a jet. The only thing I will say is just the I guess whiskers or hair. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the jet mold. But it just looks like it's sticking. Like now, if it was like this, it would look weird. But thank God they just put a hinge and you can fold that back so you don't have to see. You can see it from the side, but if you see it from the top, it's very well hidden. So that's nice. So let's start transforming Jetfire, just because I'm very excited to have this guy. But so to start off, what I'd like to do is the tabs. You can see there's a tab right there. And I'm sorry if I can't get everything to show you. I will do my best to show everything where it tabs. But since this figure is black, it's kind of hard to see, at least for the lighting in my room. So I do apologize for that. But you can just slide this out. This will go out. You can see there's a peg hole right there that this tab will go in. So you just untab that, and that untabs. Okay. Next up, what you want to do is just bring this piece, and that untabs itself. Okay. And then what you want to do is you just want to bring all this down like so. Of course, fold in the landing gear like that. Tab the crotch piece together like that. And then of course just untab this piece like that. These fold out, and this two tabs will tab in these holes or pegs right there, so like that. Okay, so that's the back of the jet. Oh, and I forgot about these, but you can, if you want, untab these these are just the soft plastic rubber piece, so that untabs them. These are annoying. That's the only gripe of mine about this Jetfire figure is these pieces right here that just stick out. But yeah, so then what you want to do is untab the shoulder piece out like that. Okay, and then untab the head. You can see there's a peg hole right there on the head, and that will tab in right in that peg right there. So, and then what you do is fold the cone in place like that, fold that in, and then these will untab, and these are on a hinge, so just bring that to the side like that, and then untab the shoulder piece, and you can see this tab goes into that hole right there, so just untab that, bring these out because they're on a hinge, just bring that out. Okay, then fold this piece in, and you can see there's two holes right here and two peg right here, so just fold that in like that. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can do it if you just see it. If you get it in person, just tab that in like that, and then bring this whole piece down like that. Bring that down, bring these pieces out, just get out of the way, and just bring this whole chest piece in, and that will tab in like that, and then keep these aside. And then this, bring out the whiskers out like that, and then these tabs will go in that, oh, man, it's just very hard, sorry about that, but it goes in that hole right there, so just tab that in. At least on my copy of the figure, it doesn't really tab in very well, unfortunately, but it's alright. Just keep that tabbed in like that. Okay, and then bring these hands out, and these were on a hole, we'll peg right there, and just untab that, so it would just like this. Just undo that and rotate the wrist around like that. We're almost done. The leg are probably the annoying part about this figure, but you know, once you get practice, it will be easy. So just untab that. That you can see there's a hole right there, and that tab was right there. So just untab that, bring that out, rotate this whole thigh right that, and then bring this on. This is on a hinge, so just bring that up like that. Bring that out, rotate, fold that down, fold this black piece right here, and that will become the feet and give them some heels. And these are on ratchet joints, so just adjust the way you like it, and then fold this piece right here down like that. Okay, same thing, just untab that, bring that down, rotate this piece like that. This is on a hinge, just bring that down, just bring this up like that. And these things like to pop out. I don't know why this is such a pain, but these like to pop out very easily. So let me just put that back. Okay, so let's see the tab. These things. Yeah, this is the only part that's a bit annoying about this figure is these like to pop out. But there you go. Just put that back and then fold that up. Bring this in. See, this was like that, so rotate it back, put that, fold this black piece right here to fold, I guess, the toes. And then these are on ratchet joint. Just chicken leg him. That's basically what you have to do, is just chicken leg him. And yeah, and then last but not least, you can see these rubber pieces right here that are just hanging. You can see there's tabs right there that these this hole right here is gonna peg in. So just tab that in, like so. Bring the other side, tab that in, like that. And there you go. And then just adjust Jetfire the width of your liking. Usually people like to crunch him really forward because he is like an old man. So just crunch him forward like that. Bring the head down. These, you can adjust the way you're liking. Some people like to leave them up. I personally like to leave them down like this. And there you go. Just bring these wing pieces out like that. And I hope we didn't miss anything. If I did, please correct me down below in the comments below. Like I said, this figure is black, so it's kind of hard to see everything where everything goes in place. But yeah, so after all that, there you have Jetfire in robot mode. And man, this guy is just so gorgeous looking. Wow, very nice detail. A lot of detail, especially in that face sculpt. Let's take a closer look at that face sculpt. The only inaccuracy I will say is this face. I don't remember the face being silver in the movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember his face being silver in the movie. I think it was black, but I feel like they did that on purpose because of all that detail they put in. The black would have just hit in, or it just would have hide all that. So I'm glad they kind of gave him that silver dry brush thing on his beard or something, just to give it that detailed look. It's gorgeous, man. Very nice. A lot of people say that they weren't a big fan of the face, but actually the face doesn't look. Some people say he looked tired, but I guess he is an old guy, so, or robot, I should say. But still, you can see his eyes through that, so that's nice. I really like that detail. You can see that mouth, his beard. People call these whiskers, but I think they're really their beard. I think these are whiskers, but these are, I would say this is a beard, but I don't know, whatever. It's whatever you think it is, but still very nice. Turbines, of course, very nice. Now, articulation wise, he is pretty articulated for this big figure. So the head does like to move side to side. It doesn't really go side to side originally or normally, but he can do that if you want. It can go like that because of transformation. Can look up because of transformation. Can look down just a bit. Arms can go out this far out. And this untabs really easily because this hinge on mine is tight as hell. So you can't rotate his arm all the way around, but this will just bump into that piece like that. So just you can do that if you want. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have a single jointed elbow, which that goes bend in about 90 degrees. And not really, but still, it's decent. The wrist swivels. It's on a hinge that goes up and down, so it can't go side to side, it just goes up and down. It's on a double hinge, so just if you want to know about that. And then the legs can go out, kick forward that far, out, back not so much, out, pretty decent amount. He does have a thigh swivel because of transformation. Knee bends all the way in because of transformation. Feet does have a rocker pivot joint, or ankle pivot, I would say, which is nice. And he does have a swivel right here as well at the bottom, so that's nice. So I think that's it about when it comes to articulation. So weapon storage, you can hold the axe on these pegs right here on each hand. Doesn't really matter, but I don't really like him holding the axe because I don't remember seeing him hold an axe in the movie. But you can see right here, there's a tab right there that's gonna peg in this right here. So just tab that on the wings like that. Now I will not be combining this guy with Optimus because unfortunately I don't have the Optimus figure. But once I get him, I will do a separate review, or not? A separate review of him combining with Optimus. So stay tuned for that. But I would have to find that Optimus toy because that's the only one I'm not finding in retail store, which is sad. But whatever. But you can hold his stick if you want, or his cane. I'm just gonna call it a cane because people call it a walking stick, but I'm just gonna call it a cane. So just peg that in like that in the middle, and I just like to bring his legs in more out, and then this, just tab that like that. Just bring that like so, like that. Okay, so that's what I like to do, is just bring that, and it does work. So there you go. That's if you want to see the whole thing. There you go. There's him with his cane. Very, very nice. I'm really, really pleased with how this figure turned out. So let me give you a quick size comparison with other leader class figures from this wave. The only one I have is Megatron. So these are the only two new leader class figures that just came out. So yeah, very, very nice. Overall, I would say Jetfire is my favorite. It was Megatron, but now that I got this guy in hand, he's my favorite. So, and don't get me wrong, this guy is still a great representation of the way he looked in the Dark of the Moon movie. But accuracy-wise, detail-wise, transformation-wise, everything, and he also combines with Optimus. That's a plus. So this is the one. I feel like this is the one to get. If you had to choose one leader class figure to get from this new wave, I would say get Jetfire. Of course, if you can't find Jetfire, then I would say get Megatron. But if you see these two on shelves, get Jetfire. You will not regret it. Megatron, I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't care about Megatron that much. Maybe Jetfire will be the one to go first out of the shelf, which kind of sucks. But since everyone wants to build him with the new Voyager Optimus, that's the only problem. But yeah. So, like I said, the accuracy-wise, especially this, I don't remember. Now, these are just full. These are not really from the Jet, so that's kind of unfortunate. But it doesn't really bother me because, you know, at least it has the details that it shows. So I'm really glad it does. You can see all the silver paint that he has on that. Look at the chest. Very nice detail. You can see the red wires. Very nice. Got some blue right here. Very, very nice. And you see the back. And these things like to untab really easily, so you might have to be careful with that. And these things, yeah, these things are a pain in the butt. Cause these are just rubber pieces. These just untab easily. There you go. So there's the back. You want to see it? There's the back. So very nice, clean looking. The Jetfire on the original one, the backpack was terrible compared to this one. This is just more cleaner looking. I like it. So yeah, very, very nice. So overall, do I highly recommend this guy? Absolutely. If you guys can get this guy for retail price, he is a little bit pricey, but don't worry, he is worth it. You will not regret it, especially all this detail they just put into this guy. So yeah, so that is all I have to say, guys. So please comment, subscribe. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And this is Spidey1997 signing out, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, you guys.